Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we do have full champion spotlight for Penny Parker now, and we can finally see her prestige and also the exact ability description, so on and so forth. So since I already did take a look at a whole bunch of her abilities in this video, I'm not going to be go over all of the text here because it would feel a bit redundant. So I do recommend watching the initial impressions video based on the deep dive information. But let's fill in some blanks and let's carry on. So her 5-star prestige is 10,630, 6-star rank 3 prestige is 13,670. 13,670 is not awful, but it's definitely not great. That would put her in about spot 31 or spot 30, which, you know, is okay, but she's not going to be exactly like, you know, super high prestige rank up for anyone. So she's a tech champion, which actually kind of stings, because if you're going to notice that tech champions, well, the highest tech champion is Silver Centurion in spot like number 9. And then after Silver Centurion, there's again a big gap. Tech is definitely the prestige black hole where hope goes to die. Anyhow, she has auto block, power burn, power lock, power gain, power and incinerate. Overall, obviously, she does look very, very intriguing. I do have relatively high expectations of her, truth be told, and I definitely look forward to knowing as much as I can about her. But let's take a look at dev notes and what they list as the strengths. Penny's Sync Shield allows her to take 0 damage while blocking hits until it breaks. Along with this added protection, Sync Shield provides utility like power control and the chance to auto block. Yep, that's the problem. Penny deals almost all her damage through incinerate effects. Her special 2 attack deals burst of incinerate damage and inflicts incinerate debuffs. So obviously, yeah, it's listed here as strengths, but it obviously is a double-edged sword, because if you're going to be going up against an incinerate immune champion, well, the short version is don't, right? Because she's going to lose vast majority of her damage output. Weaknesses. High damage into block. Okay, come on. That's every single champion's weakness. That's not a weakness. High damage into block is a weakness of every single champion in the game. Unblockable attacks. When his auto block's very powerful, not a lot of abilities can bypass it. Oh, really? You don't say. However, unblockable attacks can easily avoid the auto block altogether. Yes. Unblockable attacks. Power burn immunity. Penny's special attacks and auto block can inflict power burns. Her threat is greatly reduced when the opponent can bypass these effects. Okay, we'll see about that. Right. So full list of abilities, again, very quick run through. So she's immune to poison and incinerate effects. She has opponents suffer minus 100% true strike, true accuracy, and true sense effect ability accuracy. Right, so I'm not going to comment on this anymore. I uploaded a full-on rant video about this and a few other things. Do check it out. But effectively, I hate to see this here. I hope we do not see any shit like that in any other champion's ability description. And I definitely am heavily against it. When the opponent fills a bar of power gain 1 spider sense charge up to 10 charges. Any additional charges last for 22 seconds. Charges cannot be prevented by ability accuracy. So basically, as we fill a bar of power, she gains charges, and then she also gains charges with level 1. Sync Shield, this is like the crazy bit. This is going to be what makes her a defensive nightmare. When he starts a fight active with the Sync Shield's max strength is based on her opponent's attack rating, so you have more attack, stronger the Sync Shield is. When Penny would take damage from blocked or an auto block hit, the Sync Shield takes up to 100% of the damage. Instead, when the Sync Shield runs out of strength, it goes on cooldown for 20 seconds, after which it reactivates. So if you have, well, a bunch of charges, then yeah, she's going to be basically auto blocking all the time. Here is how it works. When Penny would be struck, 8% chance per charge. Spider sense charge will consume 4 charges, purifying any stun debuffs, so she's going to be purifying stuns, and gaining 100% chance to auto block for 2 seconds. This does not trigger parry and cannot be prevented by ability accuracy reductions, basically. When Penny would auto block a hit, burn 25% of bar of power, and inflict direct damage proportional to the amount of loss, this ability cannot be prevented by ability accuracy. All personal power burn effects scale with base stack only. When blocking or auto-blocking a hit, Peni cannot be stunned and locks the opponent's power, which is interesting counter to kinetic reactors. When Peni would be struck by a heavy hit, while auto-blocking gain 100% chance to resist the block break, so she can just block heavy attacks. And when performing a well-timed block, gain 6% bar power, which is a quite cool thing to have offensively. So obviously these two lines will make her a defensive nightmare. Obviously, eventually we'll find counters to her, but expect a ton of people to struggle for a long time against her. It'll probably look something like Iron Man Infinity War when it was initially introduced to the game, where people were placing just doubles and triples. Even 4 stars in like tier 1 and tier 2 wars were getting like half a dozen kills because nobody could really play around him. Even though the answer was very simple, heavy attacks, but hey. Anyways, yeah, again, watch the rant video if you want to know what I think about this entire thing, but all in all, the bare minimum what you will want to be is power burn immune against this champion, because whenever she's going to drop 1 or 2 level 1s, and you're going to have filled a couple of bars of power, then she's going to be basically guaranteed to auto-block everything. So your options will be to either get her down without letting her ever using level 1, and without filling too many bars of power, or be immune to power burn, or be unblockable. So it will have options to work around, but there ain't gonna be many. And it would be very easy to put her on a set of nodes where there are practically no counters to her, to be honest. Or again, very, very few. Right. Special 1, eject. With 11 plus Spider Sense charges on activation and inflict power burn debuff during this special attack, burning 75% of a bar of power over 6 seconds, but that only activates with 11 plus charges. After activation, gain plus 4 Spider Sense charges. Additionally, if the opponent fills a bar of power, during this special attack, gain 3 bonus Spider Sense charges. And plus, then there's the one that you can gain for him filling a bar of power. So if you play it correctly, you're going to be gaining 8 charges with a single special 1. Also, the first hit doesn't grant power and burns 25% of a bar of power. There you go. So it says in notes that best to use this special attack while opponent has a little more than a bar of power. This allows Peni to gain a total of 8 charges. So basically, when you push them just past the bar of power, activate level 1, and you're going to have 8 charges immediately. Special 2, this is the huge damage special attack. Basically, you pause your Spider Sense charges, you deal a burst of incinerate damage for each charge on every hit, and she has a ton of hits, and then you inflict 8-second incinerate that deals even more damage. She can have some crazy damage output. I think you need to drop about 2 level 1s and then a level 2, which is still a relatively long damage loop as well, but considering the sheer amount of utility here, it might be a-okay. Full synchronization level 3. Level 3, by the way, is practically useless, but okay. Inflict power burn debuff, burning 100% of a bar of power over 15 seconds. Cool. If the sync shield's on cooldown, it's restored at 100% strength, or add a flat 50% to the sync shield's current strength, max 200% strength. Cool. That's it. So it's not likely going to be a very used special attack in most cases. Signature ability is extremely cool and definitely needed though. When the opponent fills a bar of power or recovers more than 5% health at once, inflict a heal block passive, preventing the opponent from healing for 6 seconds. So it's a passive automated heal block, which is crazy, crazy, crazy good. And also, whenever the opponent heals while heal blocked, deal 15% of the health they would have gained as a burst of incinerate damage. If the Cell Master is active, the Master is removed. That is quite awesome because it automatically can let you destroy stuff like Life Cycle and a whole bunch of things like that, because that burst of damage is effectively gonna be the one that finishes them off once the heal block kicks in. So yeah, it is quite awesome. It really is. And overall, I genuinely do have quite high expectations for her. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's gonna be a dud. But I don't think so. I think Incinerate, Poison Immune, Tech Champion with automated heal block, plenty of damage potential, a lot of safety nets, even offensively, and power control abilities. She looks kind of like somewhat of an alternate version, a bit like Warlock. Now, obviously, I'm not trying to say she's going to be as good as Warlock is, but a lot of the abilities there are relatively similar in terms of passive heal blocking ability, in terms of power controlling the opponents, and not as many immunities, but still. So we'll see what happens with her. Again, I definitely do want to get my hands on this champion to see what she does. And I'm actually kind of relieved that she doesn't have as high of a prestige, because maybe that will let the scores be a little bit lower than Hercules. Who knows? We'll see. Right? With Airwalker and Falcon synergy. So Penny, while Sync Shield's active, becomes stun immune. You know, it's nice, but she was practically stun immune as is. For Airwalker and Falcon, the synergies aren't really too important. Then synergy with Spider-Man. At the start of each fight, gain +4 Spider Sense or Spider Nonsense charges. This is insanely good for Spider-Gwen, saving all of her ramp up. That is definitely a thing that I want to test, and if I'm gonna rank up Penny Parker, I'm quite likely to rank up Spider-Gwen as well, because she would immediately become a lot better champion. And her kit is actually significantly different enough from Penny's kit, so it would be very useful. Field Trip with Mysterio and Daredevil. Daredevil is going to gain a bunch of extra damage as well, but Mysterio is a crazy synergy. Mysterio does sound to be potentially extremely insane with this synergy. Basically, you don't consume chemical gas when you drop heavy attacks. That means you can keep on spamming your heavy attacks, which drastically changes his damage output, and I'm very, very eager and looking forward to test it out. And for Penny Parker, while Sync Shield is active, Penny can trigger parry mastery against non-contact attacks. You know, cool. Okay, fine. It's kind of neat, but you know, you can always play around it anyhow. With Kang, you basically get 30% attack rating for the cost of half of your max Sync Shield strength. It's, you know, nice. And basically a third set of Susu masteries. Liquid Courage, Double Edge, and Technician. It'll be automatically 90% attack increase. Strange Beasts and Bizarre Machines with Howard the Duck, Venom the Duck, and Mole Man. This synergy would be really good, but it's only against XL opponents, and automatically it's kind of extremely situational. Basically, these champions gain 900 attack rating and armor rating against XL champs. And it would be super good for Mole Man, but it's against XL only, so it's automatically super situational. And Sue Tap, that's just some health. It doesn't matter. So that's it. That's Penny Parker. She looks really good. I'm super excited. Unfortunately, she also looks really, really powerful in defense, and not in an interesting sense. She looks powerful in defense in a cheap, take direct damage for trying to play the game kind of way. And none of your counters work, basically. So I'm sure 100% we're going to find a way around her. In fact, like from top of the head, obviously, you can already like imagine, I don't know, Nick Fury and Life Model Decoy, or potentially just trying to finish off the fights quickly without finishing many bars of power, preventing her from dropping level 1s. With stuff like, I don't know, Magic, and Magic should be also quite a decent option, because even if you do get auto-blocked, Limber might eat the damage, and there will be answers to it, 100%, like Magneto, Quake. But I don't know. We'll see how it works out. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think about her, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon on the stream. See ya. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the